Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Neo. In this video, I'm working on myself. I had to take off those blue nails that I did, the blue seashell and foil nails, because I played tennis and I injured myself. I like snapped one of my nails off when I was playing and it cracked my nail all the way. It was just bad. I had to get rid of them. It was really sad because they were really good and I loved them so much. So to kind of just give my nails a little bit of a break, I decided to go in and use the Aprés Gel Extension tips. So these are gel tips. They are made of gel, and these are just really easy. I was just like traumatized and didn't know that I'd be able to like do a full acrylic set on myself, but I knew that I needed something for stability because I naturally have very thin, weak nails. So I just wanted something on. So here I am just sizing all of 10 of my fingers. I'm going in with the medium square set. So I pretty much have every single Aprés gel extension tip set. I have the XXL, I have the Super C curve, I've got the stiletto, the short square. Every time they come out with a new one, I buy it, but like nobody ever asks for it. Like I don't have any clients that are like, oh, do you have some gel tips? It's just crazy. So I guess I'm just using on myself, but I went in and sized all of the tips. I am now using the dehydrator and primer system. So it comes with a 3-step, I guess, system: dehydrator, a gel primer, and then you go in with the builder gel in a bottle. That's what that gold shiny bottle is. The light that you see is actually not from Aprés. I don't have the light from Aprés. I buy the pieces separate. I never bought like the full kit that came with a light. So that LED light that you see there is actually from Modelones. I know it's Model 1, but I heard someone say Modelones and now it's like stuck in my head. So it's just like a little handy LED light that has like a 1 push button. It stays for about a minute and then it cuts off. So it's fairly simple. I do change over to my larger lamp eventually just because it was just easier. When you do gel extension tips on yourself, it's really difficult. I know Kiara Sky came out with like a really cool light that you can actually slide your hand in through the side, which I think is genius because it's very difficult to hold that tip down so that you don't have air bubbles with the builder gel underneath the tip and somehow get a good cure at the same time, unless like you make this rig. I've seen people like put books on the table and then like tape their lamp to the book and then hang it from the ceiling. It's too much. So I made it work. It's fairly difficult. But what I'm doing now is, after prepping, and I should have did this before prepping because then I got dust on my fingers, but I prep again after. I'm going in with a football diamond bit. It's a football shaped bit. You can use it on your natural nail. It's safe for the natural nail. And I am just scoring the inside part of the gel tip where my finger is going to go. And I'm making sure to thin out the cuticle area of the tip. This is just going to help it to make more of a nice transition on my nail so that it looks a little bit more natural. So I did that to all 10 tips. I am going in now with the builder gel in a bottle. I applied a nice thin layer on my nail, and as you can see, I'm adding a decent amount to the tip. I'm adding it not to the cuticle area. So the cuticle area, I added a very small amount. So I'm pressing the cuticle area first firmly and then squeezing the tip of the nail down to my free edge. And you'll see, well, you can't really see it here, but what happens is the builder gel that I placed on the tip kind of squeezes up towards, you can see it happening right there, to the free edge. And that's basically what you want to happen so that you get a nice full lock of builder gel across the entire nail. And this is where the issues come in because you need like one hand to like use the lamp. So I turn on the lamp before I kind of hold it down and then just let it cure under the light, and then I can do a full cure. So that's basically how I started. A little builder gel on the finger, a little builder gel in the well of the tip, not in the cuticle area because you want that to be fairly thin, and you don't want the excess to ooze out at the cuticle area. If anything, I would prefer it to ooze out over the free edge of my natural nail. So as you see, I'm adding most of the product to the top of the nail and very thin amount to the cuticle area. Place the cuticle area tightly down and then squeeze. You see I'm squeezing the tip down so all the gel is moving up towards my free edge, and then I'm curing. So eventually, okay, so here I was upset because I placed the tip crooked. That's another thing if you're doing gel extension tips. Just focus on how straight you're placing them because it's very easy to kind of get them slightly off to one side. So it wasn't terrible. And I'm not planning on wearing these for super long, but yeah, they were really quick. I think I did this application in like 20-25 minutes. And then I eventually ended up using my larger lamp. So place the tip down at the cuticle really tightly, squeeze it. I'm holding it with the other finger, squeeze it so that the builder gel excess is going to the free edge and not coming out at the cuticle area. So here I am just using my larger lamp because that little lamp was not doing it, and this one has more surface area, more light. I also removed the bottom of this lamp so that I could get my hand just underneath it. It does have a sensor, so once it senses your hand, the light just comes on, so that was also a little bit helpful. I'll just let you watch the rest of my fingers here. Okay, so I finally got all 10 fingers done. It did not take very long, and I didn't make much of a mess. I also decided to add one of the long stiletto gel tips to my pinky just to switch things up a little bit. And I think it came out good. So I'm gonna go in with a 180 grit file and just file off that tip of the nail where that little tag is, and just straighten it out. Just a tiny bit of filing, nothing crazy. And because I wanted the nails to have more of a seamless look, I don't want the edge of that, the cuticle edge of that gel tip to kind of show. I'm going in with that same football shaped diamond bit, so it's good for the natural nail, and I'm actually thinning out the cuticle area of that gel tip even more. So I'm not really touching my skin, I'm just thinning out the the gel tip so that it lays way flusher than it would if you didn't. So I had already started with the design. I went in with a gel polish color. I do change it, that's why I didn't show it, because the color just wasn't what I wanted. But I'm starting off with this baby white powder. This is an iGel Beauty Duo gel polish. It comes with a regular lacquer that air dries and a gel polish that you cure under a UV or LED light. So I'm using the gel polish. This is baby powder. It does come with a formulation that is comparable to an acrylic color. So every of these colors actually has an acrylic version on the iGel Beauty website, which I think is pretty cool. So I did that baby white, baby powder color. It's a pure white. one coat, very thin, and now I'm going in with a darker color. So this color is really pretty. It's kind of like a warm purpley brown gray kind of color. It's from Beetles, and it came in a set of nudes. So they have a pack of gel polishes, and it's a nude collection, and this is one of the colors that was in there, and I just felt like this is so fall appropriate, kind of wintry. It's warm and not too dark, but you know, pretty and kind of cozy. So I changed from the lighter nude color to this color, and I definitely loved it. So I'm applying a nice thin layer of this, and then I'm going to cure for 30 seconds in between, and then I'm going to repeat all of the colors, the dark brown purpley color and the white, and cure again for a better coverage. So the first special nail that I'm working on is a sweater nail on the white. So I'm taking that same polish color and a striper brush, and I am just going to draw on a sweater pattern on this white nail. So sweater nails don't have to have a specific pattern. I've been doing them a lot on clients lately, and they all come out a little bit different. I was just winging it, honestly. So yeah, just draw a pattern, and then I'm going to sprinkle some white acrylic, the same color actually, the same baby powder color as the polish, over the wet gel polish before curing for a full minute, and then brushing away the excess to leave your textured sweater nails. You can also use glitter. I was wishing that I used glitter just because the acrylic was a little bit fine, so I didn't get too much of a texture, or I could have used more gel polish, but the concern with using, I guess, bigger beads of gel polish is that it might bleed and then you might lose your pattern. So I think in the future I might use a glitter just because it has a little bit more texture and it'll give me more of that raised appearance that I was kind of going for. But this is me sprinkling on the white acrylic. I cured for 30 seconds, and then you can't really see it just because it's white on white, but I brushed away the excess and then the texture's there. So I'm still going to be building the design with the white gel polish and just repeating it until the design is done. So after adding some dots to the sides of the nail with a medium-sized dotting tool, I am going to sprinkle some more acrylic on, cure for another 60 seconds, and brush away the excess. And then this finger is done. I think it was a really pretty, I love the white on white with the sweater nails. Again, I would love to use a glitter next time just to get a little bit more texture, but I think it came out really, really pretty. Next thing I'm doing is adding a nice, beautiful coat of matte top coat. This is also Beetles. I already say it in every video pretty much. The Beetles matte top coat is my favorite matte ever. It gives you the most velvety finish, and you don't get streaks, you don't get the white, I guess, like marks in the polish. You just get a beautiful, when I say velvety, it is smooth to the touch. It's not weird textured, it's just gorgeous. So I'm applying that on all of the nails, all the purple nails, and then I'm curing for a minute, and that's what that finish looks like. After this, I'm going to be doing a snowflake design on the middle finger. So I'm taking that same striper brush and the same white baby powder gel polish, and I am just going to be drawing, freehanding this snowflake. I didn't really have any design in my mind. I was kind of making it up, but I think it came out really pretty. I'm also doing the same effect with the, oops, sorry, that was out of frame. The same effect with the acrylic powder after. So this will be a textured snowflake on top of the matte nail. And after brushing away the excess, this is what that finger is looking like. It's really pretty. Look at how gorgeous the matte is though. It's a beautiful matte. I'm telling you, that Beetles matte top coat is everything. And that brownie purpley color is really pretty. So I decided to do another sweater nail. I'm copying the same exact pattern that I did on the white nail. I'm just doing it on the thumb. So here I definitely did not use a lot of polish. This, I was being, I don't know, I was just being nervous. If I did this set over, I would make this pattern just a little thicker in terms of the lines. I feel like they were just very thin, and the acrylic, there wasn't much polish for the acrylic to stick to, so it came out really pretty and textured, but I would like a more chunky sweater nail, if that makes sense. So using just a little bit more gel polish, but it's the same exact pattern that I did on the white nail, the S shapes, I guess, in the middle, 2 lines, and then using my dotting tool to put large circles or medium-sized circles on the sides. I'm going to sprinkle with Warm Chinchilla from iGel Beauty, which is interesting because it's not the same polish, but it was like a perfect match for the acrylic. And then I'm going to cure for a minute and brush away the excess to reveal another beautiful sweater nail. So on the ring finger, I decided I wanted to do a chrome nail. So just to add a base so that the chrome has something to stick off of, I'm just adding a thin layer of that same purpley nudie brown, I don't even know what color to call this, polish. I cured for 30 seconds. I'm adding a glossy top coat. I'm going to cure for 30 seconds, and then I'm going to burnish in some bronzy, coppery, rose goldy chrome powder. And yeah, that's how I'm going to get my chrome nail. I thought this was really pretty. It was a nice addition to the set. I think it tied in both of those colors, the white and that purple, together in a nice way, but it wasn't too in your face. I wanted something to be just a tiny bit sparkly. And then when I did this chrome, it kind of brought back the idea that I did in the previous video of adding some stars to the snowflake nail, just to incorporate a little bit more of the chrome. So I'm using a dotting tool and I'm adding gel dots with glossy top coat to the snowflake nail, just all around the nail pretty much. And then I'm going to cure that for 30 seconds. I'm going to burnish the chrome powder onto those dots, and before wiping the excess away, I'm going to add dots of gel top coat on top of those dots that I just placed to lock in the chrome powder. I feel like I don't even know what I'm saying, but basically I didn't wipe away anything. I just put the chrome powder on, and now I'm adding glossy top coat again to the same exact spots. This is kind of like encapsulating the chrome in those areas so that when you wipe away the excess, you're gonna have the chrome dots left behind. I'm really loving this technique right now. And yeah, so I cured, and now I'm just gonna use a lint-free wipe and a manicure brush to kind of get rid of the chrome powder from the rest of the design. And I just thought that that was nice to tie in the chrome on another nail so that it wasn't just the one color. Now I'm just going to seal in the chrome nail with glossy top coat and cure for a full minute. So I had to add a little bit of bling. I'm going in with my Zule bling adhesive. I added a rose gold braided ring. I'm adding some Swarovski, I guess these are like opal colored rhinestones, and then I'm gonna add some copper, I guess rose gold colored Swarovski rhinestones, a crystal AB rhinestone, and then a rose gold caviar bead on this nail, just to tie in that chrome color and a little bit of sparkle. After that, I'm gonna add some of the same colored rhinestones to the snowflake. So crystal AB stones, I'm gonna add some rose gold caviar beads, and in the center, I'm gonna add a rose gold Swarovski rhinestone just to tie in that chrome color because I felt like it was a little too matte and we needed just a tiny, tiny bit of sparkle. So I think the set came out pretty nice. It was a nice break for my nails just because I injured my right hand nails so badly. So the Aprés tips were great. They're really fast and easy. So if you're someone who's not so, good with gel or acrylic, this is a good option for you. They have a ton of shapes, C curves, natural, and lengths. And yeah, this is the set. I hope you like it. If you do, like. If you want more, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.